take it back. I'm going to give you a moment to reconsider what you just said, because there is no way someone I love this much could possibly be this dumb. So just take it back. Just tell me it's a bad take, or maybe you didn't really mean to say what you just said, because there's no possible way you prefer dubbed anime over subtitles. Because the dubbed anime has trash voice acting. It is the worst. I'm talking about even today. Like when you bring it over in translation, it is not as good as you would get it from Japanese translations. And not even like, you get like the corporate translation. I'm talking like the fan sub translation. That is the true way to experience anime. I'm not an anime hipster. It blows my mind. I've seen you read books. I know you can read. Why wouldn't you want to experience anime the way it was meant to be? I understand it is a visual medium. I get it. All right, you want to see the moving pictures. But like when they're talking, like 90% of the screen is staying still. All that moves is their mouths. All right. So why not just go through the effort of reading what they have to say and experiencing the voice acting in its originally intended language? See, I knew there was an issue when you kept listing your favorite animes and they were all from Netflix. I saw it as a red flag. All right. When you said you grew up liking Pokemon, that's natural. When you said you really enjoyed Dragon Ball Z, I thought this person has wonderful tastes. There is no possible way she could go wrong. She's not going to pull something like, oh, tell me more about Boruto's dad kind of thing. You're not even like you've seen pretty much everything they have on Netflix. But you're telling me you've only watched it in dub? You watched Kenshin in dub. You understand, like, the genders of some of the voice actors are different from Japanese to American, right? I mean, English. Yeah, of course it's getting to me. Like, I'm flustered. This might be a deal breaker. Don't look like that, all right? You're gonna, I know what you're going to do. You're going to stop talking. You're going to cross your arms. You're going to turn away. And you're not going to acknowledge anything I say until I apologize for thinking that you might be one of the stupidest people I could possibly know who watch that much anime and not even have the intellectual curiosity to think, oh, maybe this sounds better in Japanese. And there I go. To say it's a big part of my life would be an understatement, right? Like, I'm not in the sports teams. I'm not a really big reader when it comes to, traditional literature. But I have seen all of the original Gundam. Okay? I have watched, as it came out, each episode of Dragon Ball Super. You can't even be a weekly anime fan until you commit to reading it in subs. And after a while, like, you don't even like read the subs. You just kind of absorb it. It's like you're learning a language. You're not talking to me. Fine. You know what? You just never heard what Kenshin sounds like in Japanese. Like the guttural screaming is iconic 90s anime. You had Goku, who started off with a voice actress that was portraying a little boy, continue that voice all the way up to Super. Like, that person still is employed as a voice actress for Goku to this day doing Dragon Ball Super. It is iconic it is, the way they intend it to be. They didn't switch up actors at some point and think like, well, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super is a more international audience. We need to appeal to a wider crowd. No, that is job security. The cast of One Piece, the same. All right? You cannot say the same for even the cast of Pokemon. They changed Ash Ketchum like, what, 15 episodes in? It's ridiculous. You can't trust English voice acting. They will drop someone at the drop of a hat. It's not like they're gonna you know, it's like this contract negotiation thing, right? Like, you know, they can't have him over a barrel. The guy that does Goku is like, oh well, I need an extra. Let's be honest here. Let's like, I need an extra $100 to do Goku. It might be a deal breaker for Funimation. Because it's just different cultures. See? I mentioned Goku, I'm able to get a response from you. Okay. What if we watch one of the current airing shows together, okay? I'm not even asking you to watch one of the shows we've seen again in Japanese, although if we were to watch the Kyoto arc of Kenshin together in Japanese, I feel like you would really get an appreciation. You know, he has like voice idioms, right? He's like, oh, uzaru, or like when he says oro. And I know that they included oro as like a thing in the dub. It's not the same. It is literally not the same because it's not like this weird country guy thing. You'd have to get like this rural hick to play a Kenshin, and it's just not happening. Now, I will give you this. When I watched Kenshin, I thought like the big secret behind the manslayer is that it was a woman because he had long red hair in a little ponytail and it was voiced by a woman. And so I was just like, just waiting for them to drop that other shoe and be like, oh, and this is a woman. On the other hand, when I watched Dragon Ball Z and Frieza sounded like a woman because Frieza was a woman in the English dub, well, not a woman pronoun wise, just voiced by Fort Worth substitute teacher when they first did the dubbing for Dragon Ball Z. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she was just like a regular teacher. I don't know. I met her once at a convention. And these are nice people. All right, I've gotten a few of their autographs. But God, it is an art form in its Japanese language. It is entertainment when it is dubbed. You sit down and you turn off your brain and you watch a cool fight in My Hero Academia when you're streaming the dub over Hulu. And I get it, like that's fun. But you enjoy the nuance when it is in subtitles. You look at me like I'm crazy, but it's like being told that you've always enjoyed doing art, and then I find out that that art is just paint by numbers on these little statues. Like it's almost a betrayal of trust. I thought we were the same. I thought we had this shared experience, but it's like we've seen two sides of the same coin. And you saw the bad side of the coin, like you saw the butt side of the coin. Like I saw the face side of the coin. I saw the side that is the one that's to be presented. You get to hear slightly muffled music because during dubs, they didn't know how to like send separate mastered audio tracks over. So they had to like kind of lower the volume. And it's horrific. I got everything the way it was intended. You probably had to suffer through different music. Hell, when you watch Dragon Ball Z, you probably had to do it like with all the guitar stuff that Funimation put in. Like the stuff they do to mainstream some of these shows. It's like they don't even like their audiences. Or they say it's like, oh, this is too foreign for an American audience, an audience of immigrants, and you're going to tell me something's too foreign. Whatever. I'm doing that thing again where I hyperfixate, and it is not good for my mental health. But you need to watch some subbed anime with me, all right? Or we can't be a thing. What do you mean, no? Oh, because I made it such a big deal? You're going to dig in your heels, and you're not going to do it. Just to show me what? To show me you don't love me? Is that the plan here? Because that's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting. I didn't call... Okay, maybe I called you stupid. But it's hard to change my view of someone that is dubs only from someone that, like, kind of drools a little while they watch TV versus someone that will hold the remote in their hand because sometimes they need to pause the screen to get all the dialogue and then to, like, rewind a little and appreciate what they're watching. Well, yeah, of course. Like, sometimes especially with fan subs, like, they'll have translator notes on screen, so they're explaining, like, why a certain honorific is being used at certain points and why someone's getting a nickname right here and how that nickname may also be like a crossover with a familial name. So if someone says, like, Nissan, but he's not really your brother and he's not really a type of car, then there needs, like, a little explanation on there. Okay, I do hear what I sound like. But it's that important to me. This is the hill I'm going to die on. This is the hill that one of us walks away from this hill in the wrong direction. I'm going to be walking this direction away from the hill, the back to the sub side. If you don't join me, there's no more us. We will no longer be a thing. You watch one? Just one? Okay, but it has to be a movie. All right? Oh, God. You really put me on the spot. What movie would be really good? It can't be any of the ones that, like, have been done by Disney, which pretty much rules out all of Miyazaki. You know what? There are some movies that just don't get dubbed. And I think the Vision of Escaflowne movie never got dubbed. I might be wrong on this, but I know it 100% is definitely not streaming anywhere. We're going to watch that one. It's like a retelling of the Escaflowne series, but, like, instead of over 26 episodes, it, like, kind of condenses all the plot points down and then, like, uses blood for fuel for giant mechs. Because why not? And it has a kick-ass soundtrack. You're gonna love it. You know what? I think I still have a DVD. Let me put it in.